And so if you're like me, you have a lot of pocket notebooks and notebooks in general, and you're constantly looking for new ideas to fill them up. And so today I'm going to be sharing 5 different ideas for filling up your pocket notebooks. If you've been following my channel for a while now, you can see this one coming a mile away. But I like using pocket notebooks for planners. And my current setup is just a field notes. And in this, I can get 1 month per field note. I have a monthly view, and then I also have weekly views, and then I have daily views where I can list my miracle morning routine as well as things that need done or any notes. It gives me a few pages in the back where I can write some to-do lists, and I also like to do a monthly recap. Now, if you don't want to do 1 month per field notes, I also have a setup where you can do 2 months per field note, and it's just monthly and weekly views with a couple extra pages. And I'll link them in cards in the description below. But I like this because it is constantly with me. And before I had a bigger planner, I was never filling it out. But with this with me all the time, I'm constantly looking at it and making good use of it. Another good use is for a fitness log or a health tracker. And so I like the dotted grid setup for this because you can draw some graphs if you want. I know mine isn't super consistent and filled out. I'm working on it. But you can put your fitness or health goals in here, and then you can write down the days, the workouts that you did, and you can just track it. And the nice thing about this is that it's not intimidating, because I used to have a thicker notebook like this to track it. I was like, oh, I just don't like looking at that because I could fill out all 200 some of these pages. Not for me. And so instead I went for a smaller notebook that's much less intimidating, because the mental aspect is half of this. And this is much more manageable to fill up with health and fitness related activity than this one is. Next, we have a catch-all notebook, which is where I started. And if you don't want to get into all this other stuff, you can just have one catch-all notebook where you're just putting everything in. You're putting in your to-do lists, you're putting in quotes, you're putting in just different thoughts and ideas. And that's what mine started as, was flowing thoughts and ideas and a catch-all notebook. And you just carry this with you wherever you go. Now, since I have all my other notebooks, I'm using this to go to classes, go to conferences, and I write down things that I like that the speaker is sharing. Also, kind of mini journal entries that, if I'm not with my full journal here at my desk, but I want to write something down and just thinking about something, I can write it down in here. And really just anything. I don't really put any limits on this. Except for if I have a dedicated space somewhere else for something, I'll put it there. Now, an idea that I haven't started yet, but it's on my list of things to do, would be a book of gratitude. And so I think it's really important to be in a state of thankfulness and gratitude. It's good for your heart, good for your mind, your body. And sometimes we just need a reminder to be thankful about things. And so you could just make this kind of like a mini journal and just say, hey, today I'm thinking about this and I'm thankful for this. Or you could literally just start the very first page and just a list the whole way down, every single page of things you're grateful for. It doesn't have to be super complicated. It could be simple as, I'm thankful that I'm alive and I'm breathing, that I can see in color, that I can walk, that I can talk. Just very simple things that we take for granted would be great to put in a book of gratitude. Because sometimes we just need to be reminded of the things that we take for granted. And when we are in a state of gratitude, it's just better for us all around. And then we have the Book of Wisdom, or what I like to call Pocket Proverbs. Now, I actually have a new channel about this that I'll link in the description below, where we go over Proverbs in each video and just different quotes and things, and we discuss them. But I think this is a really good idea, because this can replace what a lot of people call doom scrolling, or just scrolling mindlessly on your phone, looking at YouTube or Instagram or Facebook or whatever. Basically, you take this and you fill it up with proverbs, quotes, pieces of advice, whether it's from the Book of Proverbs or ancient Chinese proverbs, or from theologians and ancient wise philosophers like Plato, Socrates, or authors like C.S. Lewis or Albert Einstein. Anybody, anything that you find like good information and things to think about and ponder, you can put in a Pocket Proverbs notebook. You could take this with you wherever you go, or if you're going on a long trip, take this with you, and whenever you feel like pulling out your phone to scroll for 5 minutes, just pull out your Pocket Proverbs and just look at it and reflect, and you'll be better off for it, because you're going to see a big return on your investment reading something like a book of wisdom than you are scrolling through social media. And so there you go, 5 ideas to fill up your pocket notebooks. Thanks for watching, have fun note taking, and we'll see you in the next video.